Well, he's waiting though, so it would be probably the only shot, or he's leaving 15 and 14 at the end. But
And either one gets him to that 8-ball. The 8-ball's hanging over a pocket.
yeah, that's the most thing though. Like usually when the 8 is so available, they have so many routes to play. Well, he's made also 3 balls on the break, so that really
the
helps
14
him
went
out
by
too.
the 7, so it was
Oh,
not a
it is-
problem. Yeah,
well, in that
not
case,
a problem.
Yeah, wide open rack.
Yeah, I didn't think it went by the 7. I thought he had to go to the corner for it. So he would have taken this ball, the one by the side, and then the 14 for the 8.
Then again, I look at this rack he's being rewarded for having a really good break. I mean, that's
And
this
in
rack
8-ball,
though.
we've seen some great runouts. I mean, you called Aleska Pischal, where you ran Broken ran 6 racks.
Well, there's been many
Tyler
players.
Steyer
though.
had 7.
Sanchez had also 6 in his match. Not in a row, but 6 in his match. So many
And
many
the first,
runouts. And this is the first one for Naoyuki Oi.
first game, break and run. Starting things off here. You hear a lot of talk about the referees hand racking and how inconsistent the breaks can be. But like we just mentioned, all these guys have figured out the break because they're getting 6 in a row, 7 in a row.
Well, what also
High numbers,
helps him
high numbers.
out. If I look at it from this way, so Sanchez was playing on the TV table yesterday, had 6 breaker runs, and he won last year with the same break. So even a player like Shane Van Boning, for example, with a huge break, this guy is also one of them. Albin has a huge break from center table. You will see them opt going from the side rope just because they know a guy like Sanchez won the World Able Championships by using the same break. They're all adapting to, if this guy won with this break, why would I not try to do this break one time?
Yeah, but yet the break from the center is a more offensive break.
Yeah, but you also sell out more often.
Yes.
So it's really gambling more, especially with hand rack. Yeah, if you're using template all day, all night, you're breaking from the center, but now...
Another big break, the ball straight to the side pocket again, and look at this, another one in the corner.
Oh, that's 2 for you. This one is a little bit more difficult though, even though he will like to go for the stripes. There is some trouble though, because the 9 ball got really close to the 6. Look at where the 9 is with the 6 ball. I don't think the 9 does go in the top right corner, so...
So both, either set's going to have some trouble there with the 9-6, the stripes or the solids.
Well, sometimes, I mean, I might think a little bit different about the game sometimes, but I might just try to make 1 stripe and play safe. Because of where the 13 is, the 3 is going to be so tough. Well, he's opened the 3 ball up, so now he's got to go. If he's nice on the 14, he's able to go into the rail and bump the 9 out, but I think he's too straight too.
I think he's too straight. And I don't see him playing it off the 4 to be able to go towards the 9. That'd be crazy.
Well, it would be a shot he could miss too.
Yeah,
If he plays it that way, you can really miss the 14 as well. Now, if he goes for 12 in the corner, draws back for either 15 or the 14. But then again, the 14 is not a great ball to open up the 9. As if you can get the perfect angle being straight, like ball and hand position, yes. But most of the time, you get too much angle or not enough angle.
Well, he's playing the 14. He's going to get rid of the... this 9 ball may pass the 6. And if it does, he can come to it. Yes, it does pass the 6. He can come down to the 12 ball in the middle of the table and then come back for the 9.
It's really depending also. I think if he plays pocket speed, the ball might go, but then he will most likely not have shape on his next shot. Like if I look from this angle, he can make it, but it's not. Pocket speed will have to shoot the 12 in the bottom left corner. Like you won't be able to move the cue ball around as much because you will have the ball is going to run into the rail, and hopefully you make it.
He's playing the 9 ball now. Nice speed, nice touch on that shot.
Yeah. It was actually impressive to see how much draw he still got out of the ball, even though he slid the ball in. Because usually the players tend to hit the ball kind of firm, and they'll hang a ball like this because the pocket speed is not going to be pocket speed no more. They're going to hit it firm. Okay, so nice reg so far. I mean, like I said in the beginning, it was a difficult run out. It's got a nice angle on the 15, a crossover to the top side of the 8. Don't expect him really too much. Probably just high right, around 10 o'clock in the cue ball. So 2-0, Naoyuki. Not much Albin has been able to do so far. The only thing that's interesting though, we're playing a race to 8 winner break. And like I mentioned before, Albin does have a huge break. Like, not just good cue ball, but he can really crush him good. So usually when you get a break like that going, then he should be able to come back from a 2-0, 3, 4-0 deficit. Like, he could be able to.
And you were just looking at your hometown favorite, Albin Ouschan. But you're right, which makes it very easy for Albin to come back if once he gets to the table. But now Yuki's doing a pretty good job with the break. He's making 2 balls on the break, although they weren't spread out as much as Albin's probably will be, as you just mentioned.
I'm actually really impressed so far by how he's breaking. Like, I know he usually breaks 10 ball pretty decent, but in the 8 ball he looks like he can really give it his best power. Like, he can really get that follow through body movement into it. Yeah, most players know him as the entertaining, funny guy. I actually know him as a good player, and then I got to see him being funny. Like, it's that most of the players, they finally get to show their personality whenever they finally get the opportunity though. But beforehand, we already knew he was a dangerous player from Japan.
Oh, one of the best.
Very dangerous.
One of what I call the elite players. Out of 44 players with 800 or higher Fargo rate, his is at 815. Was that dry?
Yeah, dry break. He just cut the ball a hair thinner, and then the 4 ball came low. And that's the only down part on this break. We've mentioned this a couple of times during this week, is if you catch the ball a little thicker or a little bit cutting on the right or a little bit cutting on the left, the result is completely different. So,
well, here you have your 5-time Mosconi Cup champion. Mosconi Cup MVP in 2016. AZB, Arizona Billiards Player of the Year in 2021. EPBF Player of the Year in 2016. Quite the player in his hometown right here in Klagenfurt, Austria. Just came off a big tournament in Hanoi last week, I believe. Runner-up to Jason Shaw. Playing 8 ball instead of 9 ball.
yeah, he did play this real first to try to get to the left side of the 6. I think he's bumped the 6 a little bit worse though. I'm not sure if it still goes to the corner. You see here real first, he was so straight on the 2, he tried to still be able to move the cue ball around a bit. Now, does the 6 still go to the corner where the 13 is? That's what I'm wondering. Must go. And then the 8. The 8 is going to be really interesting. I am thinking maybe going to try to get close on the 7 and use the 3 to get close to the 8. I think it's really tough to get to the top side of the 8 by using the 7.
Well, now he's got to shoot the 7. I don't think he can shoot the 3 unless he jumps it.
Yeah, but like I said, I think using the 3 to get to the 8 might be the better play anyways. Well,
That tells me that the 8 goes by the 10. Or is he going to slide all the way up,
I
play
was
it in the
thinking
side?
maybe he was trying to get more angle on this 3 ball to be able to do stuff. I'm not sure. Can he miss the 11 and still get underneath? I think he can, going right in between the 11, 8 for the 8 in the bottom right corner. Okay, well, if he plays it this way, it must go. It was really tight though.
Oh, that's a. I can see the table from here. It looks like it goes by, but it's going to have to be hit really, really tight to
This
the
is
right side of the
missable.
pocket. Just like you called, to the right side of the
Man,
pocket, and he caught it going in.
Well, the only good thing, well, I mean, there's good news and bad news. There's always good news and bad news. So the good news is, yeah, he's left the 10 difficult.
Yeah.
The bad news is he's left a straight and bank on the on the 10, and then after it's pretty wide open. So
He'll take the bank now.
actually surprised he took away the 13 first. I would shoot the 10 first and always have the 13 in front of the pocket. So you just know whatever you do, as long as you make it.
Maybe he just had that same thought as he looks around the table. He had a little puzzled look like,
Well, they're also playing with a 30-second shot clock, which in rotation games usually is very manageable. But playing 8 ball
balls.
is really interesting. So
That's a fast clock.
especially when the games get funny, like in these kind of positions. So now he has to draw back. Played a great shot here though, to get to the 11. He had to draw the cue ball. Like it was usually you don't really want to do all that, but he had to. Now he needs a good one other shot though. He's probably gonna shoot this to the bottom left corner. Yeah, it just barely went in. But there was also he's trying to hold the cue ball, so he's trying to take pace off the cue ball.
Will he open these balls here, or
I think the 12 goes to the side, so if he drops this in, the 14 should be nice to connect to the 12 on the
Yeah.
side. If it doesn't go, yeah, I'm drawing into it. Okay, so might not go, yeah.
Yep.
Good call.
it just made everything just so much more available?
And now I do like to cut the 14 first and then go in between the 12, 15 and have 2 options. Ooh. Oh.
He was so close to that shot, it made it much easier.
Yeah, I just like
Proximity.
the options. Like I like multiple options most of the time. But then still, especially with how good he plays rotation, if he gets to like an open table because someone misses the ball before the 8 or the 8, then there's so many ways he can run out because he's a good, solid rotation player.
And for a 3-0 lead, he takes game number 3. Japanese champion. World Cup of Pool 6 times. 2012 WPA World 9-ball semifinalist. Had that really funny interview at that time that you were talking about. Naoyuki Oi. And in the Predator Pro Billiard Series 10-ball event, he had a great long shootout with Jesus Atencio. I believe they were tied at 13 or 14 when Atencio misses, and he makes his and gives us a samurai sword spin right afterwards. It was quite something to watch.
Oh,
The
in
entire
end, he's still
casino was watching that.
he's still Japanese. I mean, no, I mean he's one of the better personalities in pool. That's for sure. He knows when to do it as well. Like he doesn't try to overdo it. Like the last couple of years, he's been kind of not so showing up that much. But then you don't also get to see him do the crazy stuff too. Like he's kind of, whenever he gets to make the good results, then you'll get to see the funny stuff. You know,
yeah.
he times well.
Exactly. Timing is everything, especially if you're going to be a little bit on the funny side. There goes the 11 ball to the side pocket. The 8 ball's over a pocket. It does not count on the break.
You sure it was 11? No, 13. 13 to the side, yeah. I mean, great spread too. Like the only thing he can't really.
Those stripes look fantastic.
I was gonna say, even though if he wanted to play the solids, he doesn't have a shot anyway. So just probably to get on the 10 ball. The 10 ball is a little tricky because getting the 10 in the right side pocket, the 3 is blocking that. Then to get it to the other side pocket, the 5-7 is in the way. So it's a little strange to get on. On the other side, he's got so many balls to. Make a good play to try to get there.
He'll take 3 balls down here on the bottom and then come up to the middle.
He can go right now.
Top, yeah.
I was gonna say he could have drawn right now for the 10 on the side and have the 15 as a backup.
Well, his 10 on the side, he'll have the. If he does it now, he doesn't want to do it. Now he wants to do it off the 15.
No, I was thinking the left side.
Oh, to the left side.
Yeah,
to
get
the
to
left
the right
side
side
pocket.
of the
Yeah,
5-7.
See, I think that 3 ball doesn't play as big as it looks for the opposite side from the 14.
I just think the speed is a little sensitive. Like
well,
now he's left himself too much.
Perfect. He's gonna bump the 3.
Yeah, of course, yeah, if he's playing the bump, but usually they like to stay away from the balls.
Well,
he might even be able to soft draw and stay away
in between
from
it, sure. But
I'm not bumping the 3 because if you don't catch the 3 right, then you might never get on the 10 no more. You see, now he's pushed the 3 more difficult.
Yes, and now he's got right. Now he's going to have to come past the 3.
Yeah, he might have to play 3 rails around the 4 to shoot the 10 in the same pocket as where the 14 is. Like I said, usually there's always one ball in a rack you can acknowledge saying, okay, this one is really difficult. If I can take this out, then most of the other balls are sitting ducks. This is duck goose.
Yeah, this is, he's going for a tight position. Speed being very important here, being very key. He's going across the positional line. He didn't get there.
Yeah, he's hooked himself on both.
Now he's stuck on both balls.
Well, he's jumping the 10. The good thing is he's going to be rewarded if he makes it, though. Like, making it is probably 70-80% to get on the 12 to the top right corner.
Well, either we're going to see a highlight shot or Albin's going to come to the table.
With an easier chance, though, than earlier. Ooh. Oh.
Highlight shot.
Yeah, I mean, he hit it head on. He just maybe a little bit on top of the ball. That's how you see the cue balls moving forward. But he's not going to mind it. Like, if he cuts the 12, always going to have a shot on the 8. Yeah, so a little cut on the 8, but I'm sure he's going to be fine. So 4-0 lead. And I mean, Albin only missed the 8. It was a tricky rack.
Yes, he hung it up on that tight cheat for the pocket.
So we'll go for a short little break. We'll be right back for you guys.
Doesn't matter what the format is, the better player will still win.
This 10 ball to win the title. He is your champion. New world champion. Project champion. 17s are the world champions.
And we are back with the Japanese champion breaking at 4-0. 3 breaking runs in his 4-game win.
Yeah, just a wreck where Albin missed the 8. That is his only chance so far to really make something happen. And again, he's made a ball on the side. And just look at the spread as well. Or ball, I said ball on the side. He made a ball in the corner. The ball going to the side got kissed away. Either way, I mean, in 8-ball, it's not like playing 9-ball or 10-ball where you actually know what balls are going where. Like, it's more gambling on the break. So he's going to drop in the 11, probably get to the 13 or a 9 really soon.
This is pretty wide open here. He's got to like what he's shooting.
Well, he needs to get rid of the 13-9, so then he can use a 12 to shoot the 10 in the same corner. He just only needs to open up the balls. That's why he chose to go drop down first.
And he can get to the 9-ball first here. That's what he's deciding, which way he wants to do this.
I think I would choose the 13 and just draw soft, and then of the 9 you go up.
But if he bumps the 9 out of the way, I'd shoot the 9-ball first.
Well, you could also shoot the 13 and go to the 14 now.
Yeah. And he had plenty of room, so now he's just right. And you called it just right.
The only thing I would, from here, I would still shoot the 9 just to open up the corner for the 10 ball. Because the 14 actually connects pretty nice to go up table.
And like he's going to get just as good shape.
Yeah, from where he is, it's not
exactly.
Shouldn't be challenging for him to get back a little bit. Okay, so he's waiting here, which is still fine. Like he can, from the 10 or the 12, he can still get on the 14. So
I was going to say he almost went too far for the 12, but he's got the 15 as an insurance ball, so he's in good shape.
Yeah, just got to make sure he's straight on the 12. Because if he gets too much angle,
yeah, which he did.
Yeah, he's not good here though. We're gonna have to.
He's gonna have to run into the 10 or try to hold it for the 14 in the side.
I was gonna say 14 the side.
The corner,
I think I'm playing 14 the side. If you drop nearby the 6, you make the 14 the side and still get on the 10. I think that's the.
He's playing the 10.
Oh, okay.
He's playing the 10. You could see that.
Well, one thing I like about Naoyuki's game is he has a lot of feel to the ball. So he judges speed pretty well, like he played the 10 really smooth. If the table is a little fast, he usually catches the speed real quick. And that's one of his strengths.
Well, he's going to have to run around the table here and play the... He was looking by the 6 and make sure it goes by there, and he'll make sure to avoid the 4.
Can he draw out of the 4?
I'm not sure.
I don't think
I don't know
he
if he can avoid the 4.
I might have to go around the 4-7. Like you go deep in the corner around the 7, and then just center ball, no spin, so you don't scratch in the side pocket left. You go 2 rails and shoot the 8 in the same side as a 12. I don't see.
He's in a tough place. He's in a tough place.
Yeah,
here. He's in a tough place here.
That's why I was guessing he would take the 12 first, because getting back on the 12 would be a little challenging.
Anytime you leave a side pocket shot, oh, Lee was able to come around it very well.
Oh, is he gonna be?
He's perfect.
Slow.
He's good for the side.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, I thought he looked a little in between, but no, he's good here. So. And Albin Ouschan is looking in trouble here. I mean, Naoyuki has been looking good, expecting he's making the 8.
If he keeps breaking like he's breaking and continues the runouts, that was a good run out. He got in trouble a couple of different times, but he was able to close it out anyway. That was a great shot, in fact, on that position, I thought.
The 12 to the 8?
Yeah, the 12 for the 8, yes.
Well, what most of the people won't realize is there was a lot of smooth draw on there. Like if he played it too firm, he was definitely gonna run into the 4 and then the draw takes. That's the difference with the new cloth. Like if you have a smooth draw, you can make some angles going which you would guess they're not. But then also you can get in trouble easier because sometimes it doesn't take off from right at the beginning when you hit the ball. So you cut the 12 if you hit a little bit firm. Now the cue ball is first taking pace towards the 4 and then it starts drawing.
Wow.
So he actually really put like a really soft, deliberate stroke on that.
Yeah, he handled that very, very well. That was smooth, as you said.
Actually, the first time I'm watching Naoyuki play 8-ball, but it looks like he's been playing a lot of 8-ball. Like he looks kind of experienced playing it. Another crush. Is he gonna make another ball? This
Oh,
time
no.
he's not gonna be there.
Albin's going to get to come back to the table finally. Second appearance. Down 5-0. Second appearance at the table.
First time he showed up, he did have a tricky layout. Now I think he's more comfortable to be running out from here.
Albin is a Predator sponsored player. An 822 Fargo.
Just wants to take away the 11 ball first, open up the corner for the 10.
And come back for these 3
Probably.
balls on the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, he could stun to the center of the table and then look what ball he ends up the nicest. That's the good way. When all the balls stay away from the rails, you can have so many patterns playing 2 or 3 balls
Sure.
at the same time.
Yeah, especially when the 8 ball's readily available right in the middle there.
Not sure if he was trying to bump the 10. He kind of underhit the ball just a bit. Yeah, and he's got the wrong angle on the 10 ball as well, so he could go into the short rail and come back out, but we'll have to put good punch. And there's always, you know, the more you travel, the more risk there is. So if he gets a little short,
would you consider shooting the 15 here? Yeah, he
I
does.
mean, I guess you can. I just like to get rid of the top balls first instead of going to the bottom and then up. Like,
I think he chose the easier shot, positional shot, than traveling the cue ball around other balls.
yeah, like I said, he's got so many options. Like this particular shot, he just played center of the table knowing that he was going to be on
All 3.
all 3.
Yeah.
So that's where the layout was really favoring him this rack. I think he was also due to finally get a rack where he can actually get to play. I think momentum goes 2 ways every match, and you just got to make the best out of it. Well, he's got one tough rack where he missed the 8, so would be a fair share for him to get 1 game on the board. A little longer though here. I mean, it's still okay to just draw to the left long rail and come back out, but well, of course, if we look at it, he got to the final of the Hanoi Open last week, so we all know that he's been feeling pretty good.
Yep.
The only thing I can imagine for Albin is he just got off the plane yesterday morning and he played his first match. So I can understand he might feel a little froggy, like a little.
Well, a little jet lagged. What is it, a 10-hour flight from Hanoi?
If he flies direct, probably 11 or 12. If he did not fly direct, probably we'll have a 16, 17-hour flying. So imagine with everything around 18. So yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. We're sure that he's gonna be feeling good around the table, cueing the ball. He looks like he's been executing nice so far. Just a couple positional, you know, where it can get a little strange.
Yeah, when I came in on the plane to Klagenfurt, on Monday morning, there was quite a few guys coming in from Hanoi. Torsten Holman, Mika Immonen, they were all on the same flight, and they were talking about the long flight. Yu Lung Chang was on there too, I believe. Quite a few of the Taiwanese players.
I like how
Chinese
he's breaking from the side rail, but just a little bit out to make sure he can get to make the 14 on the side and have good spread.
Oh, cue ball.
Oh,
Look
boy.
at the cue ball go right by that.
I mean, he also knows this is how 8-ball goes sometimes. Like, it's so break depending. You see the cue ball goes all the way up table, catches 2 balls and scratches in the side.
He knew it was going in. He just kind of watched it to see if possibly he would get a kiss from the 11.
And this is the hardest spot probably as a pool player, because whatever happens, you actually have to tell yourself, hey, I still have a chance to just change this whole match. But then with stuff like this happen, it's so easy to tell yourself, well, it's just not this moment, never mind. So you gotta be persistent saying, no, keep thriving, keep pushing. Even though this, like, he just scratched in horrible way.
Yeah.
Like, it's really difficult sometimes.
Nice breakout on that ball. It's, looks like
I think
it goes
it turned
by.
out perfect, yeah.
It goes by. He can also use the, well, it's a little far out. I was going to say he can use the 15 to open it up even further if he wants. But he's got plenty of room, so he doesn't have to.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. The only thing he's pushed the 4 to the rail, so the 9 does have to go in the bottom right corner. So just because of that, I think I would shoot the 15 here, because from the 13 he's jacking up over the 12, and I would use the 13 to get to the short side of the 9. If he cuts the 15 in, goes to the 12 or the 14 area on the left side, I think he's always going to have a shot, and then still able. If he gets on the 12, he can go 15, 12, 13, 9, 14, 10, 8, for example. He's not jacking up over it, but I was going to say he did have a small angle, and to hold for the 15 was scary, so he will have to settle for more difficult shot on the 9.
He's going to have to shoot the 9 now.
Has to.
Nice shot down the rail. And look at this position he just played on this 10 ball. He might have to pass it up and shoot the... I thought that was the 10.
Things are getting tricky here, though. Like
He just
was
got
trying
tricky.
To get, he was trying to get
It was the
14
14.
or the 10.
I was thinking the 10 ball was the,
Yeah,
the 14
but
was the
either
10.
way, like he knew he was. If he bumps a 6 or the 5, he would have the 10. If he finds a window, he has the 10, or he gets on the 14. Now he's jacking up. He's jacking up over the 14. Now he needs to have decent shape on the 14. And then still, it's not guaranteed. Like, you will still have to play a good shot, play decent position for the 10.
He's got to come straight up. Or
I might like to go 2 rails.
Use the 2 rails.
And try to, you know, like just play the line to draw in between the 6 and the 5. And if you come short, you always can see the 14 at least.
I like this. I like the way he did this, because if he's coming the 2 rail out of there, he's coming across the line for the position.
I was playing a little deeper, though, just to make sure you always have it. But yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with the way he's played it, for sure.
And now he just comes over for the 10 in the same pocket.
He's got perfect, though, on the 14. He's played good speed. That's how I like to watch him, though. Like, he's playing good speed in general. Really like it.
He lets the cue ball, he kind of uses the natural angle to go where he has to go. So
yeah, and that's
I love that.
Well, that's how you usually see how someone is a world-class player or they're just a good player. Really determines their road. Like, they make their road.
He's a little over a ball here, and that's what you don't want.
Yeah, the only thing I would expect him to miss the 8 is if he gets a skid. He should be okay here. Yeah, Albin Ouschan is in trouble here. 6-1 down, and
6-1 down, and a scratch on the break is how Naoyuki Oi got his 6th game from Albin. And this one gets you right to the final 32, where it will now become a race to 10. The crowd is coming in. Fans are coming in for their hometown favorite, who's been in the chair most of this match. They haven't seen too much of him at the table.
Yeah, look at this venue too. It's always great to be back here in Klagenfurt. We've had many years already so far here, and very nice to see that also not just Predator but also the city of Carinthia, this area here in Klagenfurt, that they really support the Ouschan family, the Jasmine, Albin, and also the manager Gerald. They really make it happen every year, and it's really good to see. Oh, look, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's crushing him so good. The balls just get so much speed, and see a 12 right in that corner, and it's not a straightforward layout, but I mean, I think he's pretty happy to make a ball and still have this open. He could draw back for 15 in the side, or the 13 in the bottom corner. You can also go the solids if he wants, but then the 2 is really tricky.
Naoyuki taking his time here, making sure he figures out his patterns. 30-second time clock, ticking down, but he's coming right out, shooting the solids.
Yeah, difficult choice. He can run into them now, take a little gamble, or he's just gonna wait. I think I don't like waiting too long with that 2-ball. That 2-ball is in a difficult spot.
In a bad place. Yeah, I would try to get on it right away. And that might have been what he was doing. Yes, he's going to have to break it out. It does not have a pocket. Trying to find a way where he can get to it. He's going to come across for and get on this 3-ball. Unless the 2-ball goes by, it can't go by there. What do you think of this, Tim? He's in a little tight spot here. I think he's just gonna have to stop the ball. Oh, that 2-ball did come by. Got it out. I think the 3 goes still, but
then still also the 5 is tough to get on. Now, can he go forward to the short side of the 5-ball? That would be ideal, but if he's got a small...
He's laying just right for it.
Oh,
I like the way he chose to do that. Instead of trying to float it down, he hit it with a little power to come back to it.
Well, he did have the angle too to run towards the 5, so he couldn't float it. Very deliberate shot from Naoyuki.
This is looking bad for Albin.
Yeah, Naoyuki Oi is on the hill here. 7-1.
With 5 breaking runs. And we're going to a timeout. We'll be right back, folks.
welcome back to the Predator WPA World 8-Ball Men's Championships. Naoyuki Oi is in a really good spot here. He's up 7-1 to Albin Ouschan, who barely made any mistakes. He's had one missed 8-ball and one unfortunate scratch on the break. And oh, you gotta say Naoyuki's been playing good this match so
yes,
far.
he has. Well, he's 5 breaking runs. The only good spot that Albin's in is if he loses this match and wins the next one right away, he's into the winner's qualification.
In the winner's court? No.
No, well, he'll get to the final 32.
Yeah, he has 2 barrels, though, to still get there. So, I mean, that's why he's not sweating it as much. But look at that. He made the 11 straight in the side, the 15 straight in the side, the 3 in the side.
They're flying in. With an 8-ball break like that, 7-1, you can expect him to break and run here, and he's...
So I like shooting the 9 here, going stripes, and then use the 14 to go to the 8 again. So you don't really have to bump any balls. If you take the 9 here, get to the 13 first, I think the whole game is open. 9, 13, probably 10, 12, 14, 8.
Yeah, and then just use the 14 as a key shot there.
Yeah, because it guarantees you to have the 8, and you don't
Straight
have
in.
to move the 5 ball or anything for the 8. Just a 13 can be tricky to get on, so I would like to get rid of it soon. That's why I'm gonna try and play probably 2 reels forward.
5. Oh, he's gonna take the 14.
Okay. Yeah, maybe he didn't like the angle on the 9. Maybe running into the 5.
That
you don't
was
want to
tough.
tie up
It
the 8.
was
So
kind of tough to get on the ball for the side. Now he's thinking now, because now his easy position shot for the 8 is going to be a little tougher. He's going to have a good angle on this 13 ball, or just use both balls right now and run back to that corner from another ball.
yeah, I might just take away the 9 still. Like, I'd rather move to that corner than try to get on the 9, because it's so close to the short rail. You're always going to leave yourself angle on the 9.
I agree. The only thing I can see going wrong here is when he comes around for position on that 8, he can drift a little too far and get behind the 5. That's the only thing I see wrong.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And still, he's got plenty of room on that side, so you would have to favor him getting on the 8.
See, now he has to go up to that 13 and stay on
9.
to that 9.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But then still, he needs to get straight too. Like, he needs to get
he
close
does.
to straight. So this is not done
'Cause
yet.
If he bumps that 5, he can be in trouble. Yeah, I think taking that 14, he's going to regret taking that 14 first.
You know, if he runs out, he's not regretting anything.
I realize that.
He's playing
Well,
such
he's
a good
played. Look
shot
at
here.
this. Look at this positional shot. That's another one for the
I
highlight
think
reel.
he actually was really straight on the 12. He punched the angle so good. He's got perfect on the 9. It's all done here. What a match from Naoyuki Oi. He's showing that he's going to be really playing to win the title here this week.
He plays to win every title he gets in the tournament for. Now Naoyuki Oi moves on to the final 32, and Albin Ouschan will have to go on the loser's side and win one more to get to that point. This has been George Teja and Tim de Ruyter bringing you the live action here in Klagenfurt, Austria. Stay tuned.
Thank you.